Hi, this is Bruce with Hunsaker Home Hacks. Please subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for future notifications. Share me with a friend and on social media. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. So today we're talking about Geek Smart. This is the Geek Smart Door Lock. It's the LF501. That's right, LF501. This lock includes fingerprint ID. You also have app unlock. You also have RF tags, password unlock, temporary and permanent. All right, that's a tough word. It has auto locking and unlock records. On top of that, it is encrypted. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna open this box. We're gonna see what's inside. We're gonna check this puppy out. So don't touch that dial. Stay right here as we check out the Geek Smart FL501 Smart Deadbolt Lock. Sweet. Okay, people, now it's time for another edition of What's in the Box? What's in the box? Geek Smart Door Lock. App unlock, fingerprint unlock, key, RF tag, virtual password. What's included in the box is exterior panel 1, IC cards 2, user manual, screws A4, deadbolt 1, interior panel 1, drill plate 1, keys 2, screws, and strike parts 1. Interior cymbal mount 1 plate. Let's open the box. Cue the music, Phil. Instruction manual. Warranty card, template, box of goodies, nicely packed, keypad, interior pad, and empty box. All right, let's see what's in the box of goodies first. In the box of goodies, we have our key, our tags, and nuts and bolts. And then we have our deadbolt itself. Then we have the interior portion. This is where the batteries are kept. This is your lock, 4 AA batteries. And then we have our exterior portion. All right, so here's our Geek Smart exterior portion. Very cool. You have a 10 key, a lock button, and that. All right, so what did we get in the box? We got our warranty card and instruction manual, and then our template. We have our deadbolt, our keys, our IR keys, and then nuts and bolts. Plastic sleeve. This is an interior plate, so I believe this goes in here. And then we have our exterior plate right there. So what are we going to do? We're going to hook this puppy up and see how it works. Okay, so we're going to install our Geek Smart Door Lock. And it has a fingerprint, key, RF tags, all the good stuff. We have went through and removed the original deadbolt. Here is the new deadbolt. As you can see on the deadbolt it says up. So that means when you put it in, it's going to go this way into the deadbolt area. And we fit perfectly into, so now we need to put some screws in. So we're going to put the screws in right here. I might have to move the camera so I can get a better angle. This is a very tight spot for us. There's one screw. All right. I'm going to tighten them in so the deadbolt is flush. All right, so from there, you're going to notice that the front plate has this piece which fits through the plus sign right here. And then we have the back plate which has another plus sign. All right, and then we have this plate right here. This is our mounting. And you're going to notice that this mounting plate on the inside goes like this. So this piece goes for here. Okay. And then, but this piece also is going to attach to our door lock like this. So this is going to go like that into the door, like so. Here's all our screws. These are the screws for this plate. And then you see our wire here. This wire connects into that piece right there. So there's our wire and everything. All right, so here is the plate on the front with the key entry. It has now gone through the deadbolt, and we have it fed through our plus sign right there. Can you see that? We have to get the plate on here, like so. There's a notch in the bottom right here to bring the wire back up. We're going to start the one side. We're going to start our other side. While holding on to the lock from the other side. Here we go. All right, let's get this wire fed to the right spot and tighten it down. You don't want to snug it all up at once, but you want to get it as snug as possible. So now I can let go. I can actually screw this in properly now. All right, we want to check the other side, bring the door open, and we're straight there, so that's good. All right, so we're going to snug this up. All right, we're all tight. Now we're going to remove this plate. This is the battery compartment. Inside the battery compartment you have two screws. So inside the battery compartment you have two screws in place for 4 AA's. Right there. So the first thing we want to do is not lose our screws. We're going to set them on top of our dryer here. And we want to connect our wire. All right, the wire has been connected. So now you have this plus sign right here on the lock, inside of the lock. So you're going to feed that in here and then line it up. And once you line it up, it should sit straight up and down with no problem. And then you feed your screws in here. Feed your next screw back into the other hole. You want to test your mechanism to make sure that it is performing its task. So here we go. Deadbolt is on. Deadbolt is working. Deadbolt is off. So manually, this works and flows very well. Super simple, very easy. Now we need to do the Geek Smart App. So the first thing we need is to go over here and we're going to scan our QR code. Let's see if we can get this in focus. It's pretty small. Tap the shutter button and open in the Play Store. We're on Android. Alright, and it's had over 1,000 downloads. So we're going to install the application. It's 85.19 megabytes. So it's not a very big app, but it's healthy enough. Alright, that is super easy. And we're going to start by registering. We're going to have it send us verification code. And now we'll go get the code from our email. There, we finally got the registration. Alright, so we got our registration, and it's 190801. And now we can set up a password. Alright, and it got our password. Alright, so now the next step is to add batteries and get it ready to go. Okay, so now we're going to install the batteries in our new door lock. So we're going to grab some batteries here. This thing's really cool. It's going to use 4 AA's right there. And my wife bought me this for Christmas. It's awesome. You can hold a crap ton of batteries in it. And they're very organized. So we're going to take this off. We are going to put our AA batteries in. And it made a noise. Alright, so now we're going to go to the app. Open up Geek Smart. Alright, and we're going to add a device. We are going to add a smart lock. And we are going to add the F501. That's this lock right here. And please wake up the door lock. Press any key. So we're going to press any key. And we're going to start a scan. Oh, there we are. We found it. So the lock says it's successful and the device says it's still, there we go. Alright, so what are we looking at here? Please check the opening direction of the door. So the door opens on a right hinge. Alright. So then we're going to click to unlock. That's a quick press to unlock. long press to lock. All right, it said locked on the outside, so we're going to go back here. And it unlocked. All right, so that's very cool. So let's get a picture, get what it looks like. Long press to lock. Move just fine. Long press or short press to unlock. Something's going on. There we go. All right, so we can now set up fingerprint management. There's no data. We're going to add a fingerprint. Enter the name for the fingerprint. It's going to be permanent.
Please press your finger on the sensor. Please press again. Please press again. Please press again. Input successful.
All right, so there's that. So now we have our fingerprint in there. So we're going to go here. We're going to lock the door. Okay, the door is locked. Now we're going to do a fingerprint. Door is unlocked. I always suggest doing multiple fingerprints. So if you do more than one, you can add a fingerprint. And then you're going to do we're going to go next. And now we're going to do an index finger.
Please press again. Please press again. Please press again. Input successful.
All right, now I have two fingerprints in there. And then we're going to hit lock again. Oh, test our new fingerprint.
Unlocked.
And there we go. So that's very cool. We can then set up IC cards. You can manually lock it this way. And you can lock it with your device. And now it is secured. So we'll go through and look at the unlock records. Should be everything we just did. So it shows app, Bluetooth lock, fingerprint lock, app lock. So it gives you a record of who comes in, when, why, where. I'll have to get my kid in here, my wife in here again, but it's locked up. Okay, so you come up to your Geek Smart door lock, you put your finger on it and nothing happens. What do you do? What do you do? You try the app, nothing happens. You realize the batteries are dead. So, this is what you do. You go here, and boom. You can use your key that came with it, or you can use this little charging port right there. A C to C, depending on your phone. You can plug it in, and it will give you enough juice to unlock the lock. Golden. Very golden. All right, so we're going to go on Geek Smart. We have our lock. And now we are going to look for what we can do and things we can set up. Under the lock settings, you have the name of the lock, you have the administrator, password, you have the battery. Let's check out the battery. The battery is at 100%. Then we have lock sound. When this function is turned on, you can hear the prompt toad. Current state enabled. All right. we want to set up automatic locking. When the door is open, it will automatically close after the above time set. We're going to make it automatically close within 15 seconds. That should be enough. Alright, so the door will automatically lock in 15 seconds. Alright, so we're outside now, and here's the door lock. We're waiting for it to lock. And there it's locked. Alright, so now we can confirm the door is locked. And we're going to go this way. Perfect. Now let's let it lock. All right. Password management. We're going to add a password. Now let's go make limit time. And we're going to do a limit time one. Enter once. That's the name of our password. Enter once. It's going to be for only, we'll leave it at that. Get password. So that's done. So when you want to enter the password that you created, or that the system created for you, you hit the lock. That wakes up the keypad, and you enter it in. 2100289 lock. And that unlocks the door. Very cool. All right, so here we are. Here's our door lock. And here's, we're going to go in here, we're going to hit IC cards. And it says there's no data for IC cards. So we're going to go up to the top here. We're going to add an IC card. We're going to name our IC card. And we're going to say this is garage door key. All right. So now we've added a garage door key, as you can see there. And we're going to hit next.
Please swipe your card.
And it wants us to take the card and put it in front of this.
Input successful.
And boom. Easy as that. Easy peasy, fresh and squeezy. All right. So now, let's go here. And it opens it. All right, so now you got to see the Geek Smart deadbolt lock in action. That's right, this is the FL501 deadbolt by Geek Smart. I think it's a quite stylish look. I really like it a lot. The 10 key buttons work very well. The RF key that looks like this guy right here, it does exactly what it's supposed to do. You just walk over, touch it onto the little plate at the top of the lock, and it opens right up. In setting up the thumbprints and fingerprints, I do always suggest doing more than one. Temporary passcodes work very good. You can set them up for a short, limited amount of time. You can unlock it via the app. You can set up a permanent password for someone that just doesn't want to do the thumbprint. That's super awesome too. So if you're interested in the Geek Smart FL501, I put a link below where you can find it, along with all the specs and details. This is Bruce with Hunsaker Home Hacks. Please subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for future notifications, share me with a friend and on social media, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and I will see you soon. See you soon. See you soon.